Hey, I am Jim, the GM, and I'm here for our episode 11 in our Eberron game with Caleb, Matt, Mike, and Andy, who is a fat cat. And we guys, go ahead, introduce yourselves, your characters, give us a bit of a reminder of what you look like so we can all get in the same headspace, and we will pick up where we left off from our previous game. Andy, you go ahead and start.
My name's Andy. I'm playing Jurok Ari, the half-orc barbarian. I believe we left off. We all just got done doing the quests, got the stuff, and cleaned up and everything. Talked to the lady. She turned into whatever that beast was, and then ate some beetles. And after that, I don't remember what we're doing, to be honest. But
That's all right. Give us a quick recap of what your character looks like and who you're playing.
Yep, I already said what I'm playing, but in terms of his looks, he's very standard. Just, classic barbarian outfit. He's got tattered little, not dressings, but more like a leather kilt, except for it's not patterned, obviously. And then I got the giant burlap sack of javelins on my right side. And I got the new special sword. But other than that, pretty standard.
Good deal. Caleb, go for it.
Yes, I am Caleb playing Brother Lastings. He's a hobgoblin cleric. He has this, traditionally speaking anyway, when he's out and about in the midst of actioning, he'll wear this fairly ornate sort of wide shoulder pad. If you can think of a mix of Yu-Gi-Oh's The Dark Magician and Rocky Maevia's original entrance attire, the dangly bits on the front with the wide shoulder pads and the point over the top of them. Again, it's more ornate, more showy. He wears a lot of jewelry. But he's a hobgoblin. He shows his teeth sometimes, but yeah, he's here for the money. And that is Brother Lastings.
All right, Matt.
Yep, I am playing Giafzog de Kundrak. He is a dwarf, although unlike many dwarves, he is quite slight for his race. And he wears sort of sagely type robes, but he's a tinker. So he has some welding tools and all sorts of things in his toolbox that he carries around with him. He has some goggles that he can pull down that have multiple like zoom in lenses and things that are always sitting on his head. And his otherwise bald head. He does have the beard, but he sort of has it in a long braid rather than bushy sort of beard. And the braid will come down and comes back up, and he sort of he brings it up over his cheeks like sideburns and over his ears and knots it at the back to make him look like he's sort of got hair, I suppose. And he wields a crossbow that looks very special. Does not look like your standard crossbow. It kind of has this almost like a reloading barrel. It's like this big sort of almost sphere thing, sort of moves around in a clockwork kind of fashion as he's shooting it to load it again. So it's very, very different to your standard crossbow. And I think the last thing that I'd like to mention about him is that he does have a companion, a metallic I guess beast, for want of a better word. It is in the shape of a manticore, but is smaller than a manticore. So it looks like maybe a manticore young, but it's all metal and gears and things as well. And he goes around commanding that and shooting his crossbow. So that's me.
And I am Mike. I'm playing Molinari, who I think is maybe a little cautious around that manticore monster thing that's been helping us in the fights. But Molinari's appears to be human, but is Kalishtar. And something that the party will have noticed after spending some time with him is that his leather armor that appears to be normal has been fixed thousands of times. There's a lot of really expertly fixed places on his armor. You can tell he's had it for a really long time. And the other thing you might notice is he has obviously hard-earned calluses on his hands from climbing around the city his whole life. So that's Molinari. And he's ready to figure out more about these portals. So I'm good to go.
And we're having some internet issues today, at least Jim is. So he'll be back in just a moment and take us along with this story. As Andy sort of briefly alluded to, last time we finished up a quest in the sewers to track some sort of interesting creatures that we found out were from a different plane of existence, and we tried to reason with them, and they had stolen a glaive from Knock Knock, the leader of our rival gang to ours, and we want to make sure that Knock Knock does not get that glaive back. And so we did that. We tried to reason with them, but the Darklings would not have a word of it. And so we ended up having to fight them and kill them off. And we reported our success back to our faction leader. And we met with Aspherica, the leader of our faction, who no one really knows. Most of the faction haven't even met her. And she sort of came through the body of Sambal Markathar, a bugbear male guard. She sort of appeared out of his stomach and resolved to be this female Lamia.
Is that what was going on with that?
Craziness, yeah.
I thought she was giving birth.
No, she sort of resolved out of this bugbear.
It
was weird.
Does she hide permanently in the bugbear, or
Yeah,
does she just
I
teleport
think so.
through?
I think so, yeah. I think he's like the
bugbear-
host.
Yeah, he opened up and she
Right.
stepped out of him.
Bugbear is
Right.
like a spacesuit.
Yeah, the bugbear. Yeah.
So after reporting it and getting to know her a little bit, she gave us this quest to search out where these portals were coming from and try to stop them, try to close them permanently, because all sorts of craziness was happening in the city. So we're going to wait a couple of minutes to let Jem come back, and hopefully his internet issues will be solved. If not, we will call it a session and instead play another time if he continues to have issues. But that's a little bit about what's going on anyway.
Yeah, I think he's saying we'll just meet back up in 2 weeks and get this taken care of.
Yeah.
What's going on? Uh-oh, here he is. Is he there?
I
Undecided. Ah,
Push the Wi-Fi button.
oh, no.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
So,
very good.
folks,
All right, good try.
technology is a bitch.
It
We'll
is.
catch you next time.
Yeah, we'll pick up. It'll be the Lost Files. We'll start mid-fight.
Absolutely. Good to see you guys.
Yeah, see you guys
Later.
in a couple of weeks.
Is everyone gone?
Listen up. The soap you shower with, you probably haven't even questioned what bar soap you lather up.
Coffee? And I just have to say, I am a huge fan. Outcast like the cheese wheel.
Thanks, man.
So you're gonna collaborate with Andre 3000 again? How come?
People grow apart.
Greetings. May I have a half-cab, decaf, lit mocha latte, foam on the bottom, served in a flour base, and if y'all got some green food coloring back there, throw it in.
Andre 3000!
In the flash.
Big boy is right over there! Big boy!
What's up, my brother from another mother, man? Hey, when I say mother, you know I'm talking about art, right? Because we got cut out of her womb.
What's up, man? What's up, Andre?
Andre, who?
I ain't gonna say it, man.
It's not 2,999. It's not 3,001. Hey, man, what happened to you after the show?
I must have like snuck out or something.
False patrols. You went missing.
I don't know the voice.
Do what voice, right?
Why you gotta do
Yeah,
the
boy.
voices, man? Why you doing the voices? Why you doing that, man?
One green, half decaf, mint mocha latte, foam on the bottom and a base.
I got a new idea for an album, man. It's gonna be just the sound of switching metal, and then only one spoken word per track.
Cool.
That's one of them switching metal sounds I talked about earlier, man.
Half decaf, mint mocha latte, foam on the bottom and a base. Or vase.
You wanna hear that? That's you the only nigga that ever ordered that drink.
Yeah, okay, so what is going on with me? What is happening with
Man, what the fuck happened, man?
what are you talking about?
We used to be somebody, man. We used to be a team. We was on top. Then you went and lost your fucking mind. Can we just lose this, man? Can we just lose the 3,000 and just have you talk as Andre? Tell me straight up, man. What happened?
You know what being better than me? Listen to the pinwheel with your third eye. Everything will be
All right, man. It's been good, man. Thank you. Thanks for seeing.
okay.
Come on,
Yeah.
bye, man.
Matter of fact, I got the appointment right now to go get fitted for a tour.
You got it. That's it.
Euros, Ottoman, and Apollo. Guide you through your journey. What? Why does your breath smell like earth? Au revoir. Thank you, Captain. cafe craftsman.
Welcome. Sorry, he didn't actually pay for that.
I got it. Yeah. Holy shit, right. Nice and roomy, but they don't fall off.
Oh my god. You guys.
Noah Sanders, here for the job interview.
Please take a seat. Mr. Weinstein will see you next.